about is the same streams. Yo, every time I do a show, y'all come in talking about Diddy and Trump, so I figure, let's make it easy. We're going to talk about it tonight and act like it's right, like it's the right thing to do. So I'm broadcasting this thing tonight for you, me and you. We go together, we do this thing. Yeah, the weather is kind of changing, but we are rearranging and doing things a little different. But I meant to make it work. Yeah, we get it hurt. Everything is going to be all right, not in the dirt. Yeah, it's the Daily Go Get 'Em show coming through you tonight, Friday. You know how it go. Everything is going to be all right. Yes, think it ain't when it ain't. All right? It's the Daily Go Get 'Em show, y'all. All up in your area. The 27th of September. The month is almost out of here. September only has 30 days in it. Tonight, we talking about all they want to talk about, or should I say all y'all want to talk about is Diddy and Trump. All y'all want to talk about is Diddy and Trump. On social media, you go up and down people's timelines. All you see is Trump, Diddy, mostly Diddy. Everybody want to talk about Diddy. So I said, you know what, we're going to make it easy then. Y'all want to talk about Diddy? Y'all want to talk about Trump? Y'all want to come in here and talk about Trump 2024? Then, yeah, we going to go straight to it. Instead of going around it, changing the subject in order to get to it, we going to go right there with it. So that's how it's going down tonight. And while we at it, maybe we can find out why these two people are living rent-free in so many people's heads. Like, because I haven't been able to figure it out. Y'all might know something that I don't know. I'm sure you do. I might know some things that you don't know. I'm sure that's the case. But we're going to find out tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em show, man. I'm glad to be here. Y'all know for the past few days, I've been feeling a little under the weather. I think I'm coming back to life. I'm not all the way. If you can tell that I'm speaking with one nostril, but that nostril is going to get us through. We're going to make it work. Everything's going to be all right, man. How y'all feeling? I know I'm feeling like a real man. Shit, let's do this intro. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is daily. It's the Daily Go Get 'Em show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, a.k.a. Omar with the... And if you can't say Omar with the... Well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get 'Em show. All up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em show, we said all y'all want to talk about is Diddy and Trump. All y'all want to talk about is Diddy and Trump. Now tell me I'm lying. Every show I do, and we do this 7 days a week. Every show I do, somebody comes on asking who you voting for, Trump or Kamala. Trump, you see Trump 2024. People coming through. Trump 2024. Trump is living rent-free in people's heads. Diddy, up and down social media timelines. Diddy this, Diddy that. Diddy got locked up. Diddy got investigated. Is Diddy going to tell? Did Diddy do it? Did Diddy do it? That's all you see. That's all you hear. So instead of talking about a whole different topic and then being diverted into talking about Diddy and Trump, I figured let's talk about Diddy and Trump. Why do we give a shit? Why do we care? Why are we obsessed? Why can't some people let it go when it comes to Diddy and Trump? That's all I want to know. So we're going to talk about that tonight, man. I hope y'all feeling all right. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. This is a totally interactive show. For those of y'all who haven't been here before, you can call into this show. If you like to call in and give your 2 cents. So if you want to talk about Diddy, If you want to talk about Trump, if you want a cake for both of them, if you want to talk about how bad they are, if you want to talk about how good you think they are, if you want to talk about how you feel like they're being railroaded, treated unfair, you know what I mean? You can call into the show, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Call 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak. And then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on and do the damn, do the damn thing. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put the number in the chat. And then I'm going to pin the number. So, you don't have to call in, but if you call in, your image won't be shown. It'll just be your voice. You'll be talking to me. Everybody will be able to hear our conversation. And, you'll be able to rock out. Totally uncensored show. You don't have to hold back. If you want to cuss, you want to curse, you want to swear, you can do that shit right here. If you want to yell, you want to scream, you want to holler, you can do it. It won't cost you $1. So that's how it's going down. So all y'all trolls should have a ball tonight. But the thing is, y'all won't be disrupting nothing tonight. Tonight, y'all will just be going along with the actual program. That doesn't normally happen. So there we go. 319-527-6199. That's the number to call if you want to call into the show. Let me see what my peoples are doing out there. Let me see. Y'all already talking. Roman Thinker says free Diddy. KBZ5. KBZ5. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Wow. You'll see that every day. Timmy Erganian. So good. X Killer 007X. How do you get through a very tough time? Okay. Annan, hold on. Annan girl says, I want to talk about Diddy. Working Bum says, when are you dropping that King Cobra's collab? Chris Newton says, Trump 2024. Par for the course. Jim Lycone says, let's talk space. Matty 69 says, drill, baby, drill. Roman Thinker says, Diddy for presidency. Alfredo Ramirez, okay. Clarity, Lisa C. Lisa C says, Diddy is so disgusting. Manuel Rodriguez says, no Diddy. Clarity, okay. All right. Chris Newton. All right. I'm going to just shout y'all. I ain't going to read all this shit. MP5, Josh. Let me see. Monica J. Unknown. Armored Goat. And the Crippled Chicken. I just want to make sure all your names get put out there. Eulogy. Who else? Cool Maple Sticks. Hey, bro, can you freestyle all day? Gage, Julian, Dimples D's. What's going on, my? Good to see me some you always, every day. What up? And Adam, let me see. All right, let's go. All right, so all y'all want to talk about is Diddy and Trump. We talk about Diddy all day. And even if I don't talk about him, yeah, it's still coming in my way. And I can't get away from it. I don't understand how he's living rent-free inside your head. Like you listening and hanging on every word he said. Diddy hasn't given a statement, so we don't know. Yo, but Trump talking every day a lot of bullshit, yo. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Yeah, he's not my kind of man, but we still gotta do we gotta listen to him because he sets the news cycle every day, and you all know how it go, and y'all know just how he play. And this is where we stay, the USA, the United States of America. It's sort of like esoteric, but we gotta make sure that we still keep our mind kind of fit, and we gonna move on with it. And I say, sit, yo, stand, do whatever you got to. Men know that you the man or you the woman. Yo, we get it going on every day. And this is the way we play. And I listen to the things I say. Now we gonna break it on down just like an enzyme. Yeah, you know how enzymes break shit down. You know. All right. Anyway. So what is it, y'all? Let me know. Why is it? What is it? What is it about Diddy that makes people want to talk about him all day? Why, if you are a defender of Diddy, what has he done that makes you say that he's being set up, that he's being treated wrong, that he's being, treated unjustly? Like, what is it? Like, what do you know about him that makes you think that he didn't do what he did, or that he should get a pass? Because I hear people say things like, well, R. Kelly, this, that, and the third. How y'all gonna get on Diddy when Diddy didn't do what R. Kelly did? And actually, we don't really know, because human trafficking is human trafficking. And I also wonder how many people even know the details of what Sean Puffy Combs may have done. How do we know Sean John Combs? Like, how do we know what he's done? Now, I know some people who know Sean Puffy Diddy Combs personally. And, people tell me that he always been on some different shit, some next shit, some other shit. So, and the thing about this whole celebrity thing, why would we think that world would not be crazy and freaky and spaced out and different? Why would we think that it would be anything relatable to what we go through in our lives? Now, you could easily say, because they're people just like us, but then they're people with a different job than we perform. Like, at the job you go to, you don't pretend for a living. At the job they go to, they put on a show and act. They pretend for a living. I've taken acting classes before, and that was the biggest lesson that I took away from my acting coaches. They were like, yo, this is the greatest job in the world. You get paid to play dress up and pretend, and you get paid handsomely. Big numbers. Public numbers, to where people be like, you getting how much? For how long? For every time? Yes. So if you do that for a living, if you dress up and pretend to be somebody else for a living, what makes you think you would be able to easily turn that off when it's time to live your real life? To me, it makes more sense that if you are a really good actor, then you would be an even better actor in your real life. You know how like you like actors and actresses like Denzel Washington, like Tom Cruise, like Angela Bassett, like Regina King, like Tom Forrest Gump. What's his name? Tom, the really, really great actor. And Nicolas Cage. What are some other? Meryl Streep. I don't know. Any actor that you know that really makes you feel like they are the character. Tom Hanks. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, Tom Hanks. Any actor that makes you feel like they could really be that person because they're that good at their job. What makes you think that they wouldn't take that kind of energy and put it into their real lives? Like, if I can make you believe that I'm the way that I'm portraying in a movie, and you know this is nothing but a movie, what makes you think that I can't do that in real life and make you think that I'm something that I'm not in real life? In a movie, you know they're pretending, but somehow they make you forget about it. In real life, you don't know. You don't know if they're being real. You don't know if they're telling the truth. You don't know if they're being authentic or not. So when you talk about all of these freak offs and all of these freak parties and all of this old crazy wild stuff, why would you think it wouldn't be that way? Why? I don't know. Let's see what y'all think, man. Like I said, y'all can call into the show. If it compels you to do so, you can call the show. You see that the number is pinned 319-527-6199. Call the number 319-527-6199. This is not like other shows when you call in. You're not going to have only 30 seconds to 2 minutes or whatever. You can call in and we can have a conversation. We can really, really bust it up. And we can talk about this thing. Because every show I do, and we do this 7 days a week, every show I do, all I hear is Trump 2024, Diddy this, Diddy that. I'm like, what? Goddamn, living rent free. I don't know. But I see we have a call on the line. Caller with the last numbers 8723. Please be patient. I'm going to come and grab you in just a second. But yeah, I don't know. Have any of you ever had the experience of living rent free inside of somebody's head? Whether it was an enemy, whether it was a lover, friend, or foe. If you've ever had somebody be obsessed with you day and night, all day and all night, then you would understand like what it's like to be a celebrity. And your life is what other people are incorporating into their conversations and their daily dealings in their lives. So we're gonna do this one thing. Cassandra Nguyen says yes. She said, yeah, I know what it's like. I was living rent-free in somebody's head for a long time. Pyro Cheese was good. Lil Bunny was good. Kamara says that's how Hollywood culture works. You got to make deals with you know who. That's what they say. Illuminati, baby. Illuminati. Joshua Gainey. What up? Joshua Gainey says, how do you have 4 bottom teeth? I thought I had more than that. There's really nothing wrong with my teeth except for I am missing these 2 side teeth. But other than that, I brush really good and my shit is white. I don't have any cavities or plaque or anything like that. I actually have very good dental hygiene. But I can understand you trolling and you just want to have something to say. I ain't even mad at you. If you want to troll, you've come to the right place. But we got to do something. Before I take the caller, it's time for us to put on our uniform. For those of y'all who have never been to this show, we get dressed. We get dressed on this show. So I'm going to put on my uniform. These are called struggle beads. I'm going to take this little chain off. Take that off. Put on my struggle beads. And this is my uniform for the night. Get right. Struggle beads, baby. And y'all get the y'all dress up too. So we have 3. Oh, by the way, the cow bone necklaces. You see that? You see the texture? It's all cow bone, no wood, no beads. These are cow bones. So these are all cow bone necklaces. So I give you the opportunity to choose which one you want to wear, and I'll show you how it's going to look on you. All right. So this is the one on the left, or do you want the one in the middle, or do you want the one on the right? Which one is better for y'all? Hurry up and choose so I can take the caller. The one on the right. I'm sorry, the one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right. James says right. ZB times 3 says right. All right, we got 2 for right. If I get one more right, then right is winning. All right. Warrior Fitness says middle. This is the middle. This is the left. And this is the right. What we got? The one with baby oil. See? Diddy, rent free in his head. You come to the right place. This is the one on the right. This is the one in the middle. All right, we got 2 for middle. All right, 2 for middle, 2 for right. We need a tiebreaker. That's all we need. And this is the one on the left. All right, Jay says right. There we go. This is the one on the right. This is how it goes. All right, let me put this on y'all. Stick your neck out. Stick your neck out. You got me? All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Y'all looking good. Looking good. Let me give you the ocular proof. So you know we're not bullshitting. Give you the ocular proof, baby. All right. All right. Looking good. You see that? Look at you. Ladies looking beautiful, looking pretty, looking lovely, looking sweet, looking sexy. Brothers looking fly, looking handsome, looking debonair. You're looking suave, looking smooth out there. Yeah. Yeah, doing the damn thing out there. Yeah. Good shit right there, right? Good shit. You know, I gotta fix this bead. Hold on. I don't like the way that thing looks separated. Hold on, let me get y'all right. Get you right here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get you right here. Yeah. Hold on, let me get another one. Yeah, that's a little better. So you even, that means we pressed our outfit. It's looking even better. Take a screenshot, baby. Take a screenshot. I take a screenshot, baby. Take a screenshot. I take a screenshot, baby. Take a screenshot. Yeah. Come through and give it all you got. All right, let's take the caller. First of all, let me warn y'all. Sometimes people call in and they really only want to bullshit, troll, play a recording, talk about taking a shit or having sex with their little sister or something like that. So I have to warn you. I'm not saying that that's what they're going to do, but I need you to prepare yourself because sometimes it happens. So not everybody is serious. Some people just want to take the opportunity to, do some late night silly shit. So, hopefully this is a good call. We about to see in just a second. All right, caller with the last numbers. And don't take that personally, caller, because we don't even know who you are yet. Caller with the last numbers 8723. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What is on your mind tonight? What's good?
What's good, Sun 752 Omar? How you doing? This is Vita.
Vita, what's good, ma? Yo, you are definitely not anything like I described. You are good. You are a sound for sore ears. That's what I'm talking about. What's up?
I jumped on this at the last minute. So I was looking at the top. Either way, I was just like, let me jump on real quick. I didn't know if I was going to get through or not, but I'm here. We good. So I'll chime in.
All right. So,
one thing I learned about this talk in chat is that I cannot comment while I'm talking. So I'm just talking. I see you moving around in front of the camera, but I can't chat.
Okay.
I see these, and I'm good with the middle one. I like the middle one. All
right.
But yeah, I don't know. Like you posted, this is about Diddy and Trump. To be honest, I don't follow a lot of politics, but I will say this about Diddy. It is disheartening. It really is. But I think everybody kind of knew that, when you get to a certain level, there is going to be some downfall. Mm-hmm. As we've seen in a lot of cases with the celebrities, not just musicians, people who do music,
right?
But people who do acting, basketball, athletics, whatever. They reach a certain peak, and it's like, I don't know if it's the money, if it's the fame, if it's the girls, the guys, whatever it is, they all just hit the stagnant part. The only one, to be honest, the only one that I can honestly say, and I was talking about this with someone else, that I could say that got in the game and did not get involved with it was Master P.
Okay.
Master P and Bone Thugs and Harmony. I don't see Diddy trying them on that level.
Okay. Okay.
I saw the videos. I saw a lot of videos circulating, and I was like, oh, so Kevin Hart was there. Oh, Trey Songz was there. Oh, okay. All these people just around, just, you know, and then certain ones would say, oh, yeah, we would go, but we would leave. We weren't there. And some of them can't lie about it. They were there. Like, you can't lie about it. You was there. Your face is on blast. So you can't say that. So whatever went on while they were there, I feel like grown-ups know grown-up shit. And I was watching a video earlier about Uncle Luke. Now, if anyone in the game would have done some nasty, dirty shit, it would have been Uncle Luke.
But he always did, and but he owned the shit that he did do. See, the biggest thing, the thing about this whole Diddy thing is that he's trying to pretend that he didn't do this stuff. Everybody know he a freak, but some people evidently didn't know. But see, what he's getting indicted for is this human trafficking thing. You know, so it's this bringing women in from state, you know, across state lines for like prostitutional services and things like that. He's not being accused of any underage stuff or anything like that. It's not an R. Kelly situation.
Actually, they done brought up Justin Bieber and all of that other shit. But you know what? That would be on him to talk out. If he decided to come out and start talking about his story, then he got a problem. Because he really was around when Justin Bieber was 15, 16 years old. Okay. So if Diddy starts if Justin Bieber and other little kids that got into his little corner start talking, oh yeah, he definitely got a problem with underage kids. Okay. And just the fact that, you know, he on video talking about certain things, it's like, that's reckless as hell. Like, you think that you untouchable even after 10 years. Look what they did to Bill Cosby, OJ, R. Kelly, and the list goes on and on. So that's disgusting. The only person that, you know, the really people that lose in this situation is the kids. His kids are losing in this situation. When they get older and they see what their daddy going through, really understand this is disgusting. Like, I've only been to New York one time and it was rough. Like, when I went to New York, I went to Brooklyn and I saw how the atmosphere is, and they say that I don't know what precinct is. Like, we just got to jail in Florida. Like, you go to the local county, but they call it precinct over there. So apparently Diddy's over there in the worst population. Man, like, I'm saying like this, if we did eye for an eye, like me and my brother was talking about, like, he in an era, my brother's 71, born in 71. Okay. He believe in, like, you know, you do some shit like eye for an eye. Like, you doing some stupid shit like this, hitting on women, drugging women, kids, whatever it is, then you grown. Yeah. Like, you know what you're doing. You got kids of your own, but you think because you got money, it's not. Once you hit the federal, you're done. Like, done. I don't condone none of that at all. That's disgusting. See, they keep bringing out more celebrities that are on the down low. And to be honest, I'm ready to be celibate for 2 years. Fuck that shit. I don't trust none. I don't trust them where I can see them or throw them. It's hard now. It's like really, y'all men dressing up like women and going to these parties and getting into this shit like that. Like, what?
Well, see, here's the thing. The partying thing, you know, that's par for the course. There's no way you're going to have a bunch of money and not blow it on partying and stuff like, especially at a young age. So, you know, you're going to have a lot of willing participants when it comes to that. But the thing about when you start talking about dealing with underage kids, minors and stuff like that. Now, when you start delving into the whole pedophile thing, one thing about pedophiles is that they always think that they are smarter than everybody else because they think they have that influence. Like, no, I would never touch your kids like that. I would never do nothing like that. I just love children. I just want to see them do well. I just want to help them out. And that's how they gain a lot of the confidence of the parents. But another thing about the parents that is normally easy to get over on them is that the parents are not as interactive in their children's lives as much as the pedophiles are. See, one thing that the pedophiles are providing is constant attention. You can always go over a pedophile's house and hang out, chill out. You know what I mean? It's just going to be a horror film at the end. You know what I mean? But you know, so it's like having a babysitter, a sinister babysitter on speed dial. You know what I mean? Then
as they tried to paint the picture out to be with my Jackson, being a monster and whatever. But so many of them are bisexual. It's just kind of like, you know, like you don't need to be around kids. Hell, I don't even feel like you need to be having kids. But at this point, the sad part about it is that y'all really done fucked up the culture right now. The culture of hip hop, the culture of just the music industry in general. You fall into this category of where now they're making an example out of you. Like you are on Tubi TV, Diddy. You're on Tubi. Like they got documentaries at you. Like they were making documentaries probably 2 months ago.
Right.
Like that's sad. I saw that shit. I was like, man, that's sad. Like I was listening to you in high school. Like, you know, more about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah. You know, all of that. Like, and then I saw you next to I saw him next to Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace. Saw him next to a lot of people. Craig Mack. I always idolize a lot of them. I had this biggest crush on Method Man. Anyway.
Well, you know,
I see how they done this downfall. It's just sad to me. Like, and then Diddy's behind a lot of certain things. I feel in my heart he is.
If you let's say, you know, anything that you do that's dangerous, anything that you do over a long period of time is going to come back to bite you in the ass. You know, it could be something as simple as running this or exceeding the speed limit. You know, you drive fast enough in a car. One day you may have an accident, you know, at a high rate of speed, and it could cost your life, or it could cost you your health. You know what I'm saying? Or it could cost somebody else their lives. But you can't consistently do something that's dangerous and expect to never make a mistake, never run into trouble, never, you know, have to pay the piper for whatever you're doing. But hold on for a second, because we have another caller on the line. You don't have to get off. I'm bringing the other caller in. Caller with the last numbers 4735. I'm going to bring you in right now. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
Hey, what's good?
What up? Talk to us.
What's going on, man?
Come on, stop lunching. Come on, hurry up. Say something. Oh, he hung up. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for that bullshit. You know, like he waited. Right. He held on all that time for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What's on your mind? Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue.
He held on all that time just to say, "Hey, what's up?" All right, cool. I hope he got his
another caller. Bring him on the line. Like this is a dialogue. We all need to have a healthy dialogue. When it comes to anything in life.
I hope he got his 3 seconds of fame. But let me ask you this though. Whether you're talking about Diddy, whether you're talking about Trump, why do you think, like, I don't know, it's hard for me to at any point in my life have a celebrity's business or lifestyle on my mind that whole day. Like I can't see it. I don't know if I'm just different from other people, fans or whatever, but I don't get it. Because, you know, now, like, I'm 54 years old, but I'm seeing people
and you
like,
don't look it. You look good.
Thanks, I appreciate that. But what's inside is inside. But I know a bunch of other people my age, maybe a few years younger, a few years older, and they are obsessed with this shit. I'm like, so what the hell? Like, what's going on in your life where this is more important than what's going on with your family, your job, your neighbors, any clubs or organizations. I just don't get it. But this shit,
I don't either.
This shit is dominating timelines and news feeds, and
you're right.
This shit is heavy.
You're absolutely right. To be honest, tonight I had to actually search your name, which is actually rare for me. Your name usually pops up if I'm up, and I was like, damn, Diddy. Everything is Diddy. And
everything. This shit crazy.
It's just like I don't give. It's not that I don't give a damn. I can always relate whatever he's going through back to personal life or whatever. But at some point, you get tired of hearing this shit. It's been going on since March when he got arrested. Now they're taking it to so far to the point where it's everywhere. Like everybody's talking about something about Diddy. And it's just like he's a human being just like me. We bleed the same kind of blood. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to let certain things that transpire on social media consume me. I turn it off. I unplug personally. I unplug a lot. And it's not healthy to follow a lot of celebrities. It's not healthy. I don't even be on Instagram. I don't be on Snapchat. I don't even have a Snapchat account. I don't have none of that shit. The only thing I am on is YouTube. And I learned that it's just not healthy. If you consume yourself with that, you have to understand you got your own family to worry about, and you got to teach your kids about certain things in the media that are even in their. My daughter just turned 19 yesterday, and she has been in social media since middle school. It's a dark place for kids that age because they see the way they're living and it's not true. Yeah. And young women getting these BBLs and titties and eyelashes and fake hair and like, what the hell? Like, they're not living that for real life. You go to their house, I guarantee you they ain't that. I guarantee you it's not like that. Right. So yeah, I feel you on that though. I do. Like, I mean, it's not something. Even Trump, I see that's in your title too. Trump. I am not into politics. The only thing I can say about politics is that I don't like the way the fuck that they really got people, and I see how they did it over in New York. That was fucked up. Like how they did. I just didn't understand how they making people open up their homes and shit to people, and they don't open up the border and got people over there, and it's too crowded already, and y'all giving people certain benefits that y'all don't give people over here. And I'm in Florida, and we just went through a hurricane yesterday, and we ain't getting no fucking benefits over here. Y'all ain't broke us off nothing. So what is this all about? And then I just don't get into it. Kamala, I don't give a fuck if she white, black, Hispanic. I don't care where she's from. All I care about is where if you gonna lead the country and our kids. Like the politics bullshit, I don't get into it. I haven't voted in probably 4 or 5 years. I don't plan to vote because there's no point in it. It's all a game. It's all a circus. It's stupid. It's hilarious to me because Trump, he old as shit. Even that's why Biden dropped out, because he was just doing all kinds of stupid shit. Like, it's just dumb. Like, y'all really making a mockery of the United States. And when China send their shit over here, y'all, you paying China, it's just stupid. It's just all around the circus to me, to be honest. I'm not into politics.
Yeah, even if you're not into politics, like just coming to a show like this, you're gonna see Trump 2024. I mean, people come through and they talk. They want to talk about it. Like it's a crazy thing.
Florida is a Republican state.
Yeah.
And remember, where I live personally, Jacksonville is separated by north, south, east, and west. And I'm on the south side, but I see a lot of Confederate flags. Even if you go to Tampa, you see Confederate flags. You see a lot of that shit. And when I moved to Jacksonville 20 years ago, it's segregated. It's separated. The north side is predominantly black. The south side is blended, but it's got its culture. You know what I'm saying? The south is the south. I came from the Midwest, but I understand. I know how to fit in. It's cool, whatever. So I know how this culture thing works. But this blue and red state shit, it's almost like Crips and Bloods. Like, what the fuck y'all really doing? Like, because our food and gas over here is stupid right now, and I know it's stupid over there. So
I mean, prices are high everywhere, but you can't really put, regardless of the propaganda, you can't put that on one party or the other. Of course, they're going to do that with each other because they want to do. They'll say anything to make the public support them in any kind of way. So if they got a lie to do it, they'll do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Very rarely
right.
are they going to tell you the truth, because then you'll start to understand how things really work. And then it ain't gonna be no fun no more, because they won't be able to move the way that they move. So even when they're telling the truth or when they're lying, there's still something being left out. You know, there's a lot of lying by omission going on. But with this whole, I saw a bumper sticker. I saw a bumper sticker today. Or it wasn't even a bumper sticker. I think it was like a magnet sticker or something like that. And it had a picture of Trump on there. And it said, he said, it said, I'm not voting for the Bo and the Ho. And, Bo and the Ho is supposed to be Biden and Kamala. And I was like, damn,
really?
Dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, really?
Really?
Bo and the Ho?
Now, I will tell you. The last little thing that I watched with them too was when Kamala, I lost all interest when I saw her bringing Megan Thee Stallion out, to be honest. I said, what the fuck is she doing? She brought Megan Thee Stallion out to her damn, what the heck? I couldn't even, she was giving a speech and then brought Megan Thee Stallion out. That...
Man, but Trump
out of her right there.
But Trump brought out Hulk Hogan at the
He's racist, in my opinion.
But I'm saying he out there pulling, he over there ripping off his shirt and shit.
Hogan when I was a kid.
Hold on, but he out there pulling off his shirt, trying to sell beer, talking about some. Y'all want me to body slam Kamala Harris? I'm like,
fuck him.
But what I'm saying is, both of them will do things in order to gain an advantage, you know what I mean, through entertainment, because they figure if they can have enough celebrities speak to their people, and people will follow that shit.
Exactly.
So,
and that's crazy to me. Like, the people in the United States, I don't care what culture you come from, I don't care where you're from, where your background is. God gave you common sense. And the one common sense that he gave you was that, is what these people doing making sense right now? Does this make sense? Is this what they're doing? Does this showcase what we are about as a culture, as a people? Because at the end of the day, if you go and support something that doesn't make sense and you got to question it and you got to ask so many questions for it to make sense, it really maybe don't make sense. I don't care if it's Kamala, Biden, Obama really didn't make sense to me. So I know background about him too. But anyway, I just said at the end of the day, I don't know where our country is going to, but you got to use your common sense when you move, and be aware. Just be aware, because now it's crucial. Not only a lot of us seasoned people, I would say seasoned, because we got more years behind us than ahead of us. You putting stuff like this on a public platform is important, regardless of what it's about. Because the reason being is that you got young people, older people, middle people coming to your channel. They got to understand that different points of view is necessary. But what you got to understand is how to separate and filter out the bullshit. The reason why is because there's a lot of bullshit on social media and a lot of bullshit in the news. That's why I don't listen to the news a lot. And I was like, my brother said in Texas, like, you don't know when the hurricane's coming? Well, we're good. I don't listen to the news that much unless it's like, okay, yeah, it was a Cat 4, but Jacksonville didn't get hit like that. But when we do get hit, we get hit. It floods here. But I'm not going to sit here and just stress myself out behind some damn news. They put half of what you're supposed to know and what you need to know in the news.
Yeah,
And the
well,
Diddy shit is really, yeah, the Diddy shit is getting on my nerves.
the
Like,
Diddy,
I go to my timeline right now. That's all I see.
the Diddy shit
They
is
update and giving you filth. Like, I shouldn't have to know how much his commissary is.
see
I don't
here,
give a fuck. Like,
but we're in the internet age, and they are going to force feed you every little detail because he's locked up now. You can't get statements from him or anything like that. So they have to try to get whatever they can in order to make a news story. But that's what it's all about. All this
but
multimedia
let me
stuff.
ask you this, because you're over there and you live there over in the north. Do you honestly feel like he's gonna get some real time?
Yeah, he a black man. What the fuck? He getting.
But
They gonna bust that
saying,
ass.
even my brother was like, in the beginning, my brother said, "Nah, they ain't gonna hold him. They gonna let him out because he this, he that."
Too late.
Nah,
He's denied bail because he is a flight risk. He is. He's a flight risk.
Think so?
Well, he is. Like when they invest. Remember when they raided his cribs? Remember he was gone. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't at any of those cribs. He was in the Caribbean. So that little move kind of made things a little tough for him. But now who's to say how much time he's going to get or how harsh the sentences are or whatever. He hasn't been arraigned. He hasn't gone to trial. They haven't done any jury selection. He's only pled not guilty, so we don't really know. But the thing is,
let me ask you this. Yeah, you're right about that. When it comes to how that's gonna play out, it's gonna be interesting. Like it seems like this is gonna be a long process. I watch crime TV, but this is new because I feel like this one right here, they're gonna bring in more celebrities. I personally feel like they're gonna bring in Jay-Z. I think he's on the chopping block. What you think? I
don't really think Jay-Z want no smoke right now. You know what I mean? Like the political climate right now, I think it's a little too hot. With the whole Diddy thing going on, I don't think nobody want no smoke. But when you live in a glass house, you probably don't want to throw no stones. And I know for a fact that Jay has done certain things. I don't know if they are on Diddy level or whatever. We've all done some illegal things, some things that were borderline, and some things that may have just been immoral. But you don't get prosecuted for immorality. You do get prosecuted for breaking laws.
Like Jay is like this. Jay-Z remind me of my ex that was from Brooklyn. He is a sophisticated criminal. And the reason why I say that is because he know how to separate himself from the bullshit. So he wasn't there all the time in the pictures on the scene, but he's financially involved. But at the end of the day, I feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce do have some kind of coerced mingling with it.
Here's my thing. I don't know Jay-Z personally, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm not going to speculate on what they might know, what they might do. I can't do that. You know what I mean? I ain't see him do it, and I don't speak on shit that I don't know. But hold on. We have another caller on the line. Caller with the last numbers 7416. All right, so caller with the last number 7416. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
What's up? I was just calling. I saw on your thing it's talking about the whole Diddy and Trump situation. What's the exact topic you're going over tonight?
Well, you read the title, right?
Yeah. Is that what it is?
It says all y'all want to talk. It says all y'all want to talk about is Diddy and Trump. Like, so whenever I do a show that doesn't have anything to do with Diddy and Trump, people come in wanting to talk about Diddy and Trump. So tonight I said, fuck it. We're going to talk about Diddy and Trump. So
I guess that's...
So what's up?
I guess I'm going to start with the Diddy shit then. I mean, like, I feel like it's been going back for a long fucking time, this whole Diddy thing. There's videos of him and Justin Bieber and all this shit about Justin Bieber being super uncomfortable. And I saw a video the other week about some shit called 48 Hours with Diddy. where him and Justin Bieber were sitting there. He was like, we can't really talk about everything that we did and all that shit. And that was just that set off some weird shit for me. How do you feel about that?
I saw that video, and here's the thing, man. You know, being on YouTube and all of that, you have to remember a lot of these videos are nothing but shorts. So they're like 30 seconds to a minute long. You know what I mean? And it leaves you, it's just a small sound bite. You don't really know how well it's been edited. You don't know the full context of whatever the conversation was. So bearing that in mind, because I understand editing, I've done it, and I know how you can make something seem like it's saying one thing when it's not saying that at all. And politicians do that. Kamala Harris does it to Trump. Trump does it to Kamala Harris. And it's always been going on. It's a media tool that influences the public and makes people think that they know something that they really don't know. And I don't have a lot of confidence in that kind of stuff. This is what I will say. If somebody did something to me that I didn't like, you would have a hard time getting me not to say anything. Now, in entertainment, we're talking about people's ambition. We're talking about their ambition for fame and money and notoriety. So people will do certain things, just like a drug addict will sell their body, male or female. They'll sell their body. They'll steal. They'll do whatever they need to do in order to get their fix. People will do things for legal money worse than what a drug addict will do for drug money. You understand what I'm saying? So, so when you start thinking about millions of dollars on the line and an entire lifestyle, a lot of people are going to submit to whatever's being asked of them. It could be anything. Yeah. It could be a man blowing a man or bending over for him. It could be girl on girl. It could be, prostitution. It could be a whole lot of crazy shit. But one thing is for sure. One thing I do understand about Diddy without having to know him is that he keeps receipts on people. You know, the cameras thing, he's not the only one who does that, but he made sure that he made people sign NDAs, that's non-disclosure agreements and things like that. So you're not allowed to talk about certain things. From what I understand, he collected people's phones so they couldn't be taping shit and recording shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, and he had secret cameras put in their rooms, from what I understand, getting surveillance on people. I don't know if that was to watch what was going on in the room later on and getting his shit off, or for safety reasons to make sure nobody was being assaulted. We don't really know, but I just think it's interesting, and this is the reason I did this show. I think it's interesting that we even give a fuck, because in my regular day, I really don't give a shit. I don't think about these people like all day until I thought about, you know what? I had a whole different topic for this show tonight. I said, you know what? Nah, fuck that. If I do this topic, people are going to come in, and they're going to start talking about Diddy, and they're going to start talking about Trump. So I just want to know, what is it? What is it about these two? Now, there are plenty more, but right now, these two are controlling the news cycle, the entertainment news cycle. So what is it that makes millions of people really give a shit about these two? What is it? Like I feel like it's mainly the newer generation that really cares about it. Just like they care about all this Drake shit and everything else. I feel like they are the ones that really take control of this shit and spread it around a bunch. It's the newer generation. Okay, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, I'm 54. And on my social media, I see plenty of 54-year-olds pushing this shit. So it ain't just the young ones. Because Diddy doesn't belong to the young generation. Diddy was born in 69. I was born in 70. Right. So, like we've been watching this Diddy shit since way. I didn't before I even heard of a Sean Puffy Combs, any of that shit. This motherfucker was in Heavy D videos back in 86 and 87. I never noticed that shit. I went back and looked at them videos. I was like, this motherfucker been here all this time. I didn't know that shit. You know,
he was always in
he been here.
He's been groomed into this, and like it's a learning behavior for Diddy. I feel like because he learned this, he was groomed into it, and I feel like, to be honest, the only reason why personally I would care about it as much is just to see how different the culture will change. How I see this is not going to affect just Diddy. This is going to affect other artists as well. They're going to chime in or they're going to be brought in. One of the two. That's the only reason why I care. And I feel like, you know, if it comes out that he had anything to do with my nigga Pac, oh my goodness. They try to make it seem, oh my goodness.
I mean,
like, that's sad. Like, Pac is one of the ones that I really do love. I love me some Pac. But at the end of the day, I think that is when the truth will prevail. And I don't give a damn about Diddy. I really don't.
The Tupac thing.
It is what it is. Just like R. Kelly. I really don't give a damn about R. Kelly. He made some great music. Both of them did. They both make great music. Are they going to still get play in my playlist? Yeah, probably so. Probably. I ain't going to lie. They probably will. I love some of their music.
I don't
I don't know them personally, so I don't give a fuck.
I'm not ready to accept Diddy as the one-stop shopping villain and everything. Like that Tupac thing, as far as I'm concerned, the only person to blame for Tupac's murder is Tupac. Them motherfuckers was in MGM Grand minding their own fucking business. He went to them. They didn't chase him down. He went to them. Started a fight with them in the casino. What do you think was going to come out of that? And you know what? Earlier in this show, I was talking about how all of these cats are being paid to dress up and pretend for a living. Well, Tupac was number one when it came to that shit. He's an actor. He pretended to be a gangster. Tupac is an actor. He went to acting school. He took acting classes. He was good at it. He was the only rapper that was an actor first. None of the motherfuckers was like that. Somehow he was so good at this shit, he made us forget about that shit. He was an actor who made his way into hip hop. Normally it's the other way around. It's hip hoppers making their way into acting. He did it the other way and made us forget about it. You know what I mean?
Mastered it.
I mean, he ain't the best actor I ever saw, but because
not actor, but I say lyrically, I feel like he always had a story to tell.
He's not even top 10. But I mean, listen. Tupac is one of those dudes that you either love him or you hate him. I'm one of them people who I look at who you really are. One thing that Tupac did is he made people think that he was from the West Coast and the motherfucker was from Harlem. That is a hell of a magic trick, and nobody fucking called him on it. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. He was born and raised in Harlem, New York, moved to moved to Oakland at age 17, moved back to New York, moved back home to New York, committed a crime, did time in New York where he was living. Suge bailed him out, took him to LA where he never lived, and all of a sudden it's California love, and we went for that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, I'm just saying, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. All of this shit is smoke and mirrors. You know, like regardless of whether you like somebody or not, they either did what they did or they didn't. Now it's looking a lot like Diddy did what he did. R. Kelly did what he did. Did he do it on look? Bill Cosby did what he did. Did he do it on a level that they accused him of, or convicted him of, I can't say. I wasn't there. I don't know. But none of them can deny that they didn't do nothing. They just say it ain't like all of that. But I still don't understand why we give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking about the serious fanatics. I'm not talking about, somebody who is the casual interest person. Like, oh wow, I didn't know that happened. Like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. That's crazy. And you know what I mean? Then you go back to I don't know, feeding your kids, paying your bills and going to work, getting ready for the next day, that kind of shit. I'm talking about the kind of people like Diddy is one thing. I never heard nobody talk about Diddy before he got in trouble. Nobody gave a fuck about Diddy. Ain't made no records in a long ass time. Bad Boy Records ain't signed nobody hot in over a decade. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. This is not 1994, 1990. This ain't none of the 90s. So Diddy is only capturing people's attention, in my opinion, because he's in trouble and he's an icon. And he has almost $1 billion. This Donald Trump motherfucker. This is what I don't understand. Because with Diddy, nobody has to defend Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? Diddy ain't never get on camera and do no crazy shit, no wicked shit, no shit that you had to speak up for him for. This Donald Trump dude, like, I ain't never seen no Jesus like this dude. Where he can say something.
Talking about Donald Trump when I was like in high school, that was like, what's up with Donald Trump?
I'm just saying.
I just was somebody that got money. Okay. Well,
I mean, when he was doing this thing with The Apprentice and all of that shit, that was one thing. But as he became president, I'm looking at it like, so he'll say some fuck shit, and then all his supporters will say, well, no, that's not what he meant. He meant this, he meant that. I'm like, that ain't what he said he meant. How are you making a story for him that he didn't make? He said what he said. You saying that he's saying something else. And nothing I've never seen a situation where somebody can do shit and is always getting caught for it because he's reckless and he's entitled, so he thinks that he can just do whatever he want to do. And everybody says, no, that's not how it happened. No. Like he'll say, oh, it's all a hoax. It's all a witch hunt. They just trying to get me. And his supporters will actually believe that dumb shit. And I'm like, are you fucking crazy? So everybody is wrong? So this motherfucker ain't do nothing? But yet, if he was your child, if he was your brother, if he was your cousin, if he was a friend of yours, you would tell him like, yo, you got to cut this bullshit out because your name keeps coming up too much. You know what I mean? I can't keep defending you when you keep, every time I defend you on one thing, then it's another thing that come up. Then it's another thing tied to the first thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got to chill out. Not his people. His people like, nope, he ain't do nothing. Everybody else is lying. Everybody else is lying. Trump never lies. And I'm like, Trump never lies. What?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they want to keep bringing up the fact that he did something for. I ain't trying to offend nobody, not nobody, but they keep trying to say now that he's done something for the culture. What culture? What culture? What are they talking about?
Culture.
I don't get that.
Culture.
Yeah, they keep saying that. Like he done did something for the black culture specifically.
Oh no, that was him saying that.
Exactly.
He said he's done more for black people than since Abraham Lincoln. I'm like, man, if you don't cut that dumb shit out, like you sound stupid. The fuck out of here. I'm not letting him get away with that shit. I'm a student of history. You ain't done shit for black people. How about that? Nothing. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, show me the policy. Fuck all that shit you talking. I can get on the microphone and I can tell. Look, I'm a rapper. I can get on the microphone and I can say that I've done all kinds of shit. I can tell you that I can walk on water. I can tell you that I can touch the sky. I can tell you that I had sex with an alien. I can do all of that shit. But can I prove it? Can I show you Can I show you what I can do? So he's equivalent to a rapper. He just grabbed the mic and starts freestyling. Then they be hanging on every word, like, yo.
The thing with all politicians.
No politician is like him. No politicians are like him.
I'm not saying like him. I'm saying they're gonna say what they have to say to get into office. They're gonna say what they can say to get into office.
No, it's different. It's different. I'm going to show you the difference. I'm going to show you the difference between every other politician, and I mean every politician in history, and Donald Trump. Every other politician talks about their accomplishments and what they propose to do, and they say it in terms of we're going to do this. Our administration is going to do this. What does Donald Trump say? I'm going to do it. I did it.
That. You are right about that. It's true.
But let his supporters tell it. No, it's not like that. This motherfucker has sat in front of a camera and said, only I alone can fix it. What are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Yo, only I can do it. But y'all got to vote for me in order for me to show you. And then you vote for him and none of this shit gets done. This motherfucker said that he was going to, when they was trying to investigate him to get him to show his tax returns when he ran for president in 2016, he said the IRS is a scam and I'm going to get rid of the whole thing. He said that shit on camera. And I'm like, and so y'all ain't call him on that? Like, I mean, as ridiculous as it was, y'all gonna let him get away with that shit? Yeah. Yeah, it's like, and like now it seems like they threw away the tape. If you Google it, it'll come up. But yeah, he says shit like that. And everything that he likes is beautiful and wonderful and the greatest thing. And everything he doesn't like, oh, this shit is horrible, it's bad, I've never seen anything like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about, dude? And I'm like, and y'all letting him, like, if anybody else did that, y'all would call him on it. But he does it, and they like, nah, make America great again. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Okay, listen, that's whether you a Democrat or a Republican. I don't really give a shit. My thing is, do you tell the truth or do you lie? Are you good or are you bad? Mm-hmm. Are you somebody I can rely on or are you somebody who's unreliable? Are you somebody who's dependable or are you undependable? That's what I care about. So somebody who makes, these super grand promises and all of that, I know you can't deliver on that. Jesus couldn't deliver on that. Like, we read about Jesus walking on water, but none of us has seen it. So at least with us, they call us believers because we believe that he walked on water. We believe that Moses parted the seas. We ain't see it. But this motherfucker is somebody we can see. So what we doing? What we doing? I mean, I'm trying to figure this shit out. Because all of it, I've never seen a politician in life.
Not to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
One thing that I do agree with that the Bible will say is that you're not supposed to idolize. Not even me, I don't, but as Americans, I'll say, idolize things, material things, and people. Trump is people they idolize. You idolize Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Diddy. You idolize these people because, one, I think that because they got money or so-called power. They have a certain limit of power. But even Trump can end up in a Diddy situation quick if you push the limit. Even Biden, I don't care how old they are. It's just a matter of proving or whatever the facts, because I think that if they reach a certain limit, I don't know if you remember, but I'm not ashamed to say I work for the IRS. So I see the debt that people are in on a day-to-day basis. People are in a debt that we don't even fathom. I'm talking about debt that you ain't even seen on levels. I'm like, oh my fucking God, like, how do you get like this? Why are you paying this kind of money? Why? How? How does this happen? And Trump is just a human being. Like, he's gotten to a position where he is just thinking that he ain't touchable. He ain't touchable. Well, you touchable.
Well,
oh yeah,
well,
you touchable, all right.
He got 34. Yo, he got 30. He got 34 convicted counts. Yeah, he's already a convicted felon.
Yeah.
This motherfucker ain't slippery.
The only reason I feel like they entertaining him is because they don't have somebody else in place of him. And Kamala is just a joke. You are a whole joke to the whole platform. I don't even know why you there, but whatever. Why you say that though? Why you say she's a joke? She a joke.
Why? Why you say that though?
I feel like she is not talking about anything, in my opinion. I feel like everything she says is scripted. And not only scripted, she doesn't platform anything. Let me see what you are about. Let me actually visualize what you see. You stand up in front of a podium, as they both do, but her specifically, because they're talking about her background being Native and Black. But it doesn't matter to me.
Wait. Did you see the presidential debate?
I didn't like it.
Did you watch it though?
I saw part of it, but I didn't like it. I would say I saw about 60% of it. I didn't like it.
Because she whooped his ass. And the reason I asked you if you saw that
compared to the last one, yeah, but she lost me with the last one.
With the last one?
When she stepped out there, yeah, but when she stepped out there with the last one, that was her first impression. First impression is everything to me. When you get out there and you step in front of somebody, especially America, motherfucker, you in front of America. Like, you stepped out here with Megan Thee Stallion, you lost me with that one.
Forget about that. Talk about the debate. She is the wait. She's been the vice president of the United States for the past 4 years. Why are people acting like they don't fucking know her? She was a senator for. Hold on. Because this is the Because this is the shit that be mind-boggling me. She was a prosecutor, so she's been in public office for decades. She was a prosecutor. She was a U.S. senator, then vice president of the United States, and motherfuckers are acting like she came from out of nowhere. Like, so she wait.
I don't care.
Because she's been Donald Trump has never been elected any office. He's not a politician at all.
And maybe, yeah. Remember, I told you from the beginning, I don't care about politics.
But
maybe this is why. But
they are
on a scale. I would say Kamala is maybe tipping the scale, just maybe a little bit higher than him. Yes. Compared to
not a little bit higher at all. First of all, here's my thing. If you're going to talk about Kamala Harris, if you're going to talk about Donald Trump, you have to talk about politics because that's what they're doing. You can't talk about nothing else. So if you're going to talk, if you have to talk about their issues, and in order to talk about their issues, you have to know their stance on certain issues. So it's not hard to do. Ask them what their position is. Ask them what their
she say. But remember, when we was in the same predicament and same position during the pandemic with Biden, we were all, a lot of us was like, okay, it's Team Biden because he was in the same position. Like he made a good speech. I feel like this is the same with her. She's giving a good speech. She's been on the other side of the podium. Yes, she has. But do I really feel like she's going to make good decisions? No, I don't. I don't feel like she's going to be the one to sit here and actually be about people. I don't. I don't care what cultural people. I just don't feel like she's the one. I don't feel like she's the one to make right decisions because of the way that she actually presented her. I feel like someone wrote her script out for her and she presented it in a way that it made sense. It sounded good. That's the way it sounded to me. But
so she did it the right way.
She did it the right way. And I'm all for that. Hey, and I used to be in sales too. I was in sales for 5 years, and I know how to make that shit sound good with Comcast. Let me tell you, I'll sell you a whole TV, internet, phone, and home security, and make that shit sound like you need it. But it's like, listen, at the end of the day, do you really need this? Do you really want this? Is this for you? Do you actually use it? Is it going to be for you? I just don't understand how. I understand why she took Biden.
Hold on. Here's where you're losing me, because first you say you don't follow politics, but you're speaking on politicians. Like, which one is it? You know what I mean? Like, you either know what I mean, all right. If you take the fact that she brought Megan Thee Stallion out, you know, as entertainment for one of her rallies in order to bring people out. If you take that away, like my thing is, what are the real issues? Like, you know, if you talk about jobs, if you talk about foreign policy, if you talk about, I don't know what other thing, if you talk about inflation, if you talk about immigration, my thing is, what is your position on those things? I don't have, and I'm looking at the type of person you are and how you present yourself. That's what matters to me as far as politics is concerned. Like, I'm not getting into all of that. You know, I don't like who you, you know. She does more than listen. You can't just say that she looks good on the surface, because you would have to say the same thing about Donald Trump. You know what I mean? So you have to look deeper inside of that. One thing that Kamala Harris is able to do that is undeniable is answer a fucking question. And that's one thing that Donald Trump is unable to do. He never answers questions. So, but somehow people have flipped it and tried to say, well, she never answers questions. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She gives details. She talks about a whole plan. Ask Donald Trump about anything that he's going to do on any issue or any question you ask him, and he'll say, well, you know, we're gonna do something about immigration. We're gonna send everybody back home, and then we're gonna impose these tariffs to make sure that that these countries are not screwing us anymore. That's not what I asked you about. I asked you about your position on childcare. I asked you to specifically tell me what you would do in order to lower childcare costs, because a lot of people have children. That's the one thing about Donald Trump that you'll never hear. And this is the thing. This shit be killing me. For somebody to want to be president of the United States, you never hear him talk about the future, the next generation, who's going to carry the torch afterwards. You never hear him say anything about children. Ever. You never hear the word children come out of his fucking mouth. That shit is crazy. You never hear him talk about families. Like, you know, you hear him say things like, oh yeah, so your husband can get a good job and, you know, and take care of his family. That's not what I'm talking about. You don't hear him talking about making things easier so you'll be able to spend more time with your family, so y'all be able to coexist. No, you don't hear him talk about no shit like that. You know why? Because it's all about him. And that's some weirdo shit. I mean, that's something that you can't even deny. Like, what leader does not talk about bringing somebody up, bringing somebody along? Like,
supposed to be
this shit.
But that's what I say. I will say this. Yes, she sounds good, but it's just remained to be seen. If she gets elected, hey, it is what it is. But I have my doubts in both parties, so I'm not on either side. Not either. That's me personally.
Well, that's
but I mean, that's just from what I've seen. But hey,
listen.
I hope that she does what she says she's gonna do.
Well, I mean, we always have to wait and see. But a plan is a plan. If it, like at my job, I can't go to my boss and just tell him I'm going to take care of it. I'm not going to get away with that shit. I'm going to have to tell him exactly what I'm going to do, or they're going to be it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to
let. They all have a plan, though, Omar.
You have.
They all have a plan.
They should all have a plan. Why would you trust somebody? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why would you trust any? Wait a minute. What? Why would you trust anybody with your money or your life or your livelihood who doesn't have a plan? Why would you do that?
I don't.
Exactly.
That's why I take, especially now, more than ever, I even take my money out the bank. When my deposit hits, I take my money out the bank. You know what happened the day after the hurricane hit, which was yesterday? Supposedly, all the banks over here, including mine, my deposit hit today. I didn't even know how much money it was in the bank. It was delayed for at least 6-7 hours. I said, how much money did my deposit hit? I don't even trust the banks. So I don't trust nobody. Like, I don't trust politics. I don't trust the system. None of that. I prefer going back to, and this might be a good topic too, go back to original days when you used to carry cash. When you used to carry your cash and you used to have your own money in your own hand and see how that shit was moving, then you see how your money moving. If you keep your money in the bank all the time, now they got swiped, they got tapped, they got all of this right here, and the system is making it to where everything, fingerprint, face recognition, they want to see how everything is moving, and it's all done by design. Just like Diddy and Trump and Kamala. It's all done by design. I don't trust nothing.
Well, I still carry cash, and we agree on that because I take my money out. I take my money out of the bank.
That's the sad thing.
I don't like electronic funds. I'm not with none of that shit. I gotta see my money.
In the cashless. I got caught up in the cashless, and you know what I realized is that I was spending more money on my debit card than I would having cash. And I was like, damn, I actually rolled a lot more money over than I did when I had money on my card because I know the money's there. I can see it. But if it's in my house somewhere where it's out of sight and out of mind, then I know I got money in the house. Once I leave the house, it's there. And I ain't got to go back to get it. But if you got your card, you swiping, you tapping, you swiping.
Yeah, that's.
And so I got out of that. The last month, I am changing my whole routine about money. That because they are turning things into a cashless society. I don't know. They ain't talked about that yet in the politic world, but they have changed our whole world into a cashless society. And when it comes to this debit card, EBT card, and all of that, oh my goodness, they have a paper trail on everything.
Mm-hmm. But they have a paper trail on your cash too. But listen, you only have to submit as much as you want to a new system, as long as they still have cash available. If that's what you want to use, it's still very useful. You know what I mean? People will always accept cash. You know what I'm saying? And you will go some places that don't accept the card, but you'll never go any place that does. Well, I was about to say you'll never go any place where they don't accept cash. And actually, I've been to places where they actually do not accept cash. Of course, it was for security reasons, so people don't rob them and all of that kind of shit. But I mean, it is what it is. But this whole, celebrity fanatic thing and this cultish type behavior, I really don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't know. And just like you were saying, you don't trust anybody. There was a time I thought that I didn't trust anybody either. But it's not true. There's no way you can not trust anybody. You don't have to trust anybody on a high level. You don't have to have complete confidence in somebody. You don't have to trust somebody completely in order to trust them. But just like when you work at your job, you trust that your check is going to be there every other week. You trust that. That's a form of trust. When you buy something from a store or whatever, you trust that the product that you bought is going to work and that you're going to have some type of guarantee on it. We buy insurance. We buy insurance for our cars, for our lives, for our homes. And all of that is based on trust. We trust that if I should get into an accident or if something should happen, that you're gonna cover me and I'm gonna be compensated, at full value of whatever I lost. So it's impossible to get through life without trusting on some level. Of course, just like we can pick and choose fruit that we buy from a grocery store, we can pick and choose how much we trust somebody or how little we trust somebody. But just like you, I've trusted people that I probably should. I've put more trust in people that I probably shouldn't have put as much trust in, and I've trusted some people a little bit less than maybe I should have, and it has costed me opportunities at certain times or whatever. But you live and you learn. But I still have to listen to what a person says, watch what they do, and kind of put both of those things on a scale. If the things that you say match up and balance out with the things that you do, then hey, I can't argue with that. But when I'm getting too much talking and the talking is weighing down the scale, but the action is it ain't doing shit, then we got like a fat kid with a cinder block on one seesaw and a lightweight skinny kid on the other side. That ain't what we doing. In order to play seesaw, y'all have to be somewhere around the same weight. You know what I mean? So it's but to have these cats on our minds all day, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And if I got in trouble, okay, let's say when we were growing up, our parents, let's say we came home late on a curfew. Let's say we asked our parents, could we go to a party? And they said, okay, but I want you to be home by midnight. Okay. If I come in at 2:00 in the morning and my parents are like, yo, I told you to be home at midnight. I've been calling. I even came down to the place where you were supposed to be. I didn't see you. And what the hell is going on? If I handled that situation like, yeah, but my cousin shot somebody the other night. Y'all ain't say nothing about him. My parents will look at me like, yo, not only are you getting your ass whooped, but you ain't going to see the light of day of your friends or any kind of social activities for a good little minute. Because what the fuck did your cousin shooting somebody got to do with the fact that you were supposed to be home at midnight? The reason I bring up this example is because this is exactly what's happening when you hear somebody talk about Trump, then all of a sudden they want to talk about Biden. They want to talk about Kamala. They want to talk about somebody. And I'm like, I think this is on some bullshit. Like, I'm asking you about what he did, and you deflect into what somebody else did. So the other day, last week, they asked Donald Trump about that fuck shit he did about them Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, where he said that the Haitian immigrants, the illegal Haitian immigrants, were eating cats and dogs and all this old crazy shit. And there's been no proof of any of that shit. And because his followers believe that dumb shit, they making bomb threats and all this old crazy shit. So in this little small town in Ohio, he's caused all of this trouble. And they asked him about that. And he said, they asking him about the bomb threats that have been waged against that town. And he said, the only real threat to this country is nuclear war. And I'm like, y'all let him get away with that shit? How you get away with that? Mm-hmm. They asking him about his irresponsibility to American citizens that put them in direct danger. And his answer was, the only real threat to this country is nuclear war? And walked away? And y'all let him, like, yo, man. Yo, that shit.
That's crazy.
But this is their king. This is their God. This is their disciple, their prophet. I've heard motherfuckers say that shit. God sent us Trump, Donald Trump. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. I just want to know. I want to know the secret deposits that he must be putting in people's accounts, because you ain't gonna tell me that you defending a motherfucker like that and he ain't doing nothing for you directly. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Virgil Boykin in the chat says you taking calls. Yes. You see the number pin 319-527-6199. You can call in. We can get you right on in here. 319-527-6199. And I see my people's Jason Sloan. My partner Jason Sloan is in the house. What's going on, my G? So yeah. I don't know, man. You know, when it comes down to right or wrong, that's probably out of the realm of discussion when we start talking about this kind of shit, because it's not necessarily about who's right or who's wrong, but it's more about who you have faith in versus who you have little to no faith in. You know, so one thing we know about Donald Trump, we know what he did before, but somehow people are expecting him to do something different. And I think that's odd. What they say, the definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over the same way and expecting a different result. Well, I never really accepted that as a definition of insanity. But since that's what a lot of people say it is, I'm like, so you want the same shit? All right. So we just going to get him impeached a couple of more times? All right, cool. All right, let me see. Oh yeah, Al Dredsky says, just like he said he was going to deport the Haitians to Venezuela because he doesn't even have a clue where that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. How can a man that the United States make mistakes like that? Like, that shit is crazy. Jenny from the Rock 126 says God would do way much better for us than Trump. I should hope so. Fearless Warrior says, as Americans, we can't just go to Mexico with showing papers. Well, the difference between Mexico and the United States is nobody that's from the United States is originally from the United States. You know, it's kind of like, you know, even Texas is really Mexico. See, you know, history is a bitch. Well, I shouldn't say that nobody from the United States is originally from the United States, because black people were actually here, you know, all that Middle Passage shit. The fuck out of here. Now, it didn't happen like that. But yeah, all the Europeans that are in the United States are not from the United States. So it's kind of ironic how, you know, well, Donald Trump only has problems with dark immigrants. He doesn't seem to have any problems with any European immigrants. I never hear him bitching about no Englishmen or should I say British, because that would cover all three islands. I don't hear him talking about anybody from Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, even Eastern Europe. I don't hear him talking about anybody from Georgia or Slovakia or the Czechs or Yugoslav or Polacks. I don't hear him talking about none of that shit. But if you Hispanic, if you Haitian, if you African and all of that, oh wait, no, these fucking illegal immigrants, whether you illegal or not, he seems to have a lot of problems with that. But he's not racist. He's not racist. Why? Because he likes some celebrity black people. Oh, and he pardoned some black people out of jail. So that totally excuses him from being a racist, even though he took out a full one-page ad in the New York Times to have 4 black minors, you know, tried and convicted, and called for them to have the death penalty. for a crime that they didn't commit. But he's not racist though. Yeah, new shit. All right. So like I said, y'all can call in 319-527-6199. We got a little bit of time left. Let's see. About we're gonna rock out for about another 20 minutes. 319-527-6199. Sean Wisdom says there's no weekly email for whites. Interesting. Al Dresky says Obama's third term is pretty good if you really look at it from what it has been. Interesting. Yeah, I got that. I see the wisdom in that. I got you. Oh yeah, Jenny from the Rock says Italy. Yeah, and she says if you're any shade of brown, that those are the immigrants he talking about. He ain't talking about it. Y'all light skinned immigrants, y'all good to go. Y'all European immigrants, y'all straight. All right. Mopar says, what the fuck you expecting Kamala to do? I'm expecting her to do what she says she's going to do. At least she's told you what she's going to do. I mean, at least she told you. She clearly outlined instead of saying, "Oh, we're going to hold a press conference for that. We'll have a press conference coming for you, coming about that pretty soon," and then it never comes. But y'all go for it as if he did hold a press conference. What we doing? I think y'all should do yourselves a favor. No. I love this one. Because I know y'all seen this one before. I'm gonna play for y'all when Donald Trump was asked about child care. This is beautiful. This was lovely. When he was asked about child care. All right, let me see. Donald Trump on child care.
Donald Trump on child care.
Because if you can justify this bullshit, I just want to see y'all explain this one away. Let me see. I'm gonna make sure that they don't fuck my channel up for this shit. All right. Let me see.
Increasing the price of
Hold on.
food, gas, and rent.
All right, hold on. We got it.
But President Trump, you talked about how the increase in the price of food, gas, and rent is hurting families. But the real cost that's breaking families' backs and preventing women from participating in the workforce is childcare. Childcare is now more expensive than rent for working families and is costing the economy more than $122 billion a year, making it one of the most urgent economic issues that is facing our country. In fact, the cost of childcare is outpacing the cost of inflation, with the majority of American families with young children spending more than 20% of their income on childcare. One thing that Democrats and Republicans have in common is that both parties talk a lot about what they're going to do to address the childcare crisis, but neither party has delivered meaningful change. If you win in November, can you commit to prioritizing legislation to make childcare affordable? And if so, what specific piece of legislation will you advance?
Specific.
Well, do that, and we're sitting down. I was somebody. We had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue. But I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because the child care is child care, there's something you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly. And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have a very substantial tax when they send product into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including childcare, that it's going to take care. We're going to have, I look forward to having no deficits within a fairly short period of time, coupled with the reductions that I told you about on waste and fraud and all of the other things that are going on in our country, because I have to stay with childcare. I want to stay with childcare, but those numbers are small relative to the kind of economic numbers that I'm talking about, including growth, but growth also headed up by what the plan is that I just told you about. We're going to be taking in trillions of dollars, and as much as child care is talked about as being expensive, it's relatively speaking not very expensive compared to the kind of numbers we'll be taking in. We're going to make this into an incredible country that can afford to take care of its people, and then we'll worry about the rest of the world. Let's help other people. But we're going to take care of our country first. This is about America first. It's about make America great again. We have to do it because right now we're a failing nation. So we'll take care of it. Thank you. Very good question. Thank you.
Now, wait. Yo. First of all, was it loud enough for y'all to hear? Because this shit, like, when I first saw it, I was like, I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe my eyes. And I couldn't believe they let him get off stage with that shit. She asked him, what would he do specifically to lower child care costs? Because so many families are afflicted with high child care bills that they can't afford. This motherfucker starts talking about tariffs and we're going to be bringing in so much money. Like, how the fuck is that going to, what does that have to do with the check that you have to write every week or every month in order for your children to be taken care of while you go and work to make more money for your children to be taken care of by somebody? Like, this lets you know, like, this motherfucker don't give a fuck about families. He don't give a fuck about children. He doesn't give a fuck about the next generation. He doesn't give a shit about that. But he can't even answer a question. Like, he never thought this question would come up. Like, they ain't gonna ask me about nothing like that. Talking about when you're talking about the kind of numbers that we're talking about, you know, childcare is nothing compared to that. It is to you. It is to me. It is to anybody who has a baby. It is to anybody who has children who are under school age. Like, yo, this is a real American problem. I'm like, and they say that Kamala Harris doesn't outline certain plans. So let's do this. Let's do Kamala Harris on childcare. Let's have a little fun. Let's see here. Kamala Harris. Okay, I'm sorry. Kamala Harris on childcare.
Kamala Harris on childcare.
All right. Let's see.
During that Flint, Michigan rally, Trump once again praised the Secret Service, and he mentioned his CBS News campaign.
Come on.
Explain that it's very important.
Okay.
I think what we've seen from Kamala Harris since the Oracle instance.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find her shit. All right. I think right about here.
She said it in ABJ yesterday.
I think it's very important to not operate from the assumption that black men are in anybody's pocket. Black men are like any other voting group. You gotta earn their vote. So I'm working to earn the vote. Not assuming I'm going to have it because I am black, but because the policies and the perspectives I have understands what we must do to recognize the needs of all communities.
Oh shit. No, that's not
Biden was the nominee, topping the ticket
Hold
over
on.
Going to have it because I am black, but because
and his campaign
I'm trying to
although the
find her
as their
position.
president, but then he went on to
Nah, hold on.
expense versus the income.
Okay, here we go.
Actually,
Here we go.
have to or about her work or be able to afford childcare.
Okay,
They can't afford childcare. They have to decide to either be able to work or be able to afford childcare. Often have to decide to either be able to work or be able to afford childcare. Like they can't afford childcare and actually do the work that they want to do because it's too expensive and it doesn't actually level out in terms of the expense versus the income. My plan is that no working family should pay more than 7% of their income in child care.
So, she talked about that no more than 7%.
That wasn't long enough.
Care plans.
I approved legislation to address that, but then
That wasn't long enough.
that tariffs and taxes on foreign nations would end up.
See, they want
more about the opportunity economy.
Okay.
Housing is a part of it, as well as expanding the
I need a longer
tax credit, financial support, as you mentioned, for first-time buyers, and $50,000 tax deduction for startups and small businesses. But I want to talk to you about the squeeze that millions of Americans are also dealing with that impacts their ability to work and make money, and that is childcare and elder care. And it's a squeeze for millions of people. In some parts of the country, it costs more for childcare than for rents. I think Bloomberg recently reported an average of $33,000 a year. So I'm just wondering, you mentioned that in your opportunity economy, a child tax credit, but that's just one part of an ecosystem. Please tell us, what plans will you propose to guarantee that families can actually afford childcare and elder care?
So to your point, it is sadly the state of affairs in our country that working people often have to decide to either be able to work or be able to afford childcare. Like they can't afford childcare and actually do the work that they want to do because it's too expensive and it doesn't actually level out in terms of the expense versus the income. My plan is that no working family should pay more than 7% of their income in childcare. Because I know that when you talk about the return on that investment, allowing people to work, allowing people to pursue their dreams in terms of how they want to work, where they want to work, benefits us all. It strengthens the entire economy. We saw, for example, during the pandemic, what happened. And it sadly has dissipated as a conversation that we need to resuscitate, which is the number of women that had to leave the workforce because of a lack of childcare and home health care. And so many of our families, in particular women, end up carrying the responsibility. Men do too, of course. What we call people who are in the sandwich generation.
Exactly.
Who have young children and are also taking care of their parents. And it is just absolutely too expensive for them to be able to work and do that. So my plan is not only about 7% of income for working people for childcare, but also we need to do better for our childcare providers and our home healthcare providers in terms of ensuring that they receive the wages that they deserve based on the dignity of their work. I have spent time with home healthcare providers, and their work is some of the most taxing work you can imagine. And I actually, when my mother was sick with cancer, did a lot in terms of taking care of her. And the work that is about taking care of a loved one, in particular an elder, is extraordinarily heavy in terms of the emotional toll, the time it takes, and we do it because that is what we do, but not everyone has the ability to take time from work to do it, and they need help, and we need to make sure we have home health care workers that can help them. But I want to also get back to the earlier point that you made about extending the child tax credit. So part of my new approach is we need to expand the child tax credit. And so part of my plan that is under an opportunity economy is to extend and expand the child tax credit to $6,000 so that young families in particular, for the first year of their child's life, which is an extraordinarily important time in their development, have the resources to be able to buy a crib, buy a car seat, buy children's clothing, and not have to worry about whether they're going to be able to meet their other needs. And I don't need to remind anybody here, especially these esteemed journalists, but when we expanded the child tax credit a couple of years ago, we reduced Black child poverty by half. And so again, if you talk about the benefit and if you think about the benefit to the economy overall, it strengthens our economy to do things like pay attention to affordable child care, affordable home health care, and extending the child tax credit.
Okay. So I see Nick Games wrote word salad. And I think I understand it. Y'all so used to, it's hard for y'all to listen to a detailed explanation of a plan because y'all so used to hearing somebody just say, oh yeah, we'll just make America great again, or I'm going to take care of it, or I'm going to fix that. So when people actually use more words and like give you like a 1, 2, 3, it's like, well, I ain't got time to listen to that shit. So it's like the difference between reading a headline and actually reading an article. So y'all used to just the headlines. Y'all can't deal with the articles. And I get it because the way things are now in this internet age, we're so used to not like our attention span is like, woo, woo. So you can listen to Donald Trump. You like make up names for people like crooked Hillary, crooked Joe Biden and shit like that. You know, he gives you a chance to laugh. But if he actually started talking about like, all right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to lay out a plan like this. First, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. And that will tie back into this. So it'll make sense. It's like math. You know how with math, you have to do whatever you did on this side, you have to do on that side. And it all comes together to get the answer. Well, most of us are failing math. We only good in English, where you can bend the rules and, you know, like shit doesn't really make that much sense. So I'm like, she's talking about extending the child tax credit. Like Donald Trump couldn't say that because he never fucking thought of it. He don't give a fuck about what you can afford outside of gas and food. He doesn't think about how you're going to take care of your children, if you're going to be able to take a vacation this year, because he's never had to worry about those things. He's been a millionaire his whole life. He's never had to think about those things. So he doesn't think like you and I do. He doesn't think like, yo, I don't think I'm going to be able to go get another big screen TV on this Black Friday because, you know, first of all, we got the 80-inch from last year, and we really can't afford it this year because, I don't know, college is going, you know what I mean? We got to pay college tuition. We got a child graduating from high school, you know, next year, some shit like that. All right, we have another caller on the line. Let me see. And they've been waiting for a while. Caller with the last number is 5062. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind tonight? What's good? What's up?
Walk away for a second.
Oh, what the fuck? You not ready?
I'm just wondering. No, I'm good now. I'm good now, sir. I just want to ask you.
Yo, are you whispering?
Has Trump ever done anything good in your life?
Wait, why are you talking so low?
Sorry, try not to wake people up.
Dude, you got to go outside or something like that. This is a show. I can't have you talking like that.
Yeah, I was trying to talk louder, but.
All right, I'm going to try this with you. Now, what's your question?
I was asking, has Trump in your eyes ever done anything good?
In my eyes?
Mm-hmm.
I think he has done some good things for some people. Like, I know that he's given a lot of hope and a lot of inspiration to people that I wish he didn't give hope and inspiration to. My biggest problem with Donald Trump is his appeal to white supremacists. He really appeals to white supremacists. They love him. And you know, you really have to look at that. Like, why is he so special to them? You know, whether you're talking about the Proud Boys or any other militia group, or whether you're talking about the Ku Klux Klan, or whether you're just talking about the regular corporate races. Why do they like him so much? Like, I got a problem with that. So yes, he's done a lot for them. And as far as corporate interests are concerned, he's done tons for them. Like if you are a Fortune 500 company, Trump is your guy. He is definitely your guy. So yes, he has done some great things for some people.
See, I don't know a whole lot about politics since I've been learning a lot just right now. So thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling in.
That's all.
All right. I hope y'all can hear him. He asked, has Donald Trump, in my eyes, has Donald Trump ever done anything good for anybody? I'm like, yeah. You know, he's very, very popular with white supremacists. He just is. And that's not something that you can deny. You know, very, very popular with white supremacists. Now, that's a fact that a lot of Trump supporters would like to be able to suppress that. They would like to be able to argue with it, but you can't. Any white supremacist, any right-wing radical militia group, who's their president? It sure ain't Joe Biden. And, you know, for the people who like to go back in history and talk about how the Democratic Party, they were the ones who developed the KKK. And you're right. Sure did. But something happened along the way, and there was a shift. Let me give y'all a little history lesson. For all my history buffs and those who don't like history.
90 seconds.
But that will put up with history. The whole Abraham Lincoln freeing the slaves, I think it's important that you understand that Abraham Lincoln did not like black people. And you also need to understand that when he, quote unquote, freed the slaves, his plan was to send all of the slaves, the ex-slaves, to Haiti.
60 seconds.
Don't believe me, though. Please, Google, do your research. Pick up a book every now and then. That was the late, great, honest Abraham Lincoln's answer to slavery. He only freed the slaves because that was the bargaining chip for the Civil War. He couldn't unionize the United States without the abolition of slavery. It's not that he gave a shit about slavery, and he sure didn't give a shit about black people, but he had to do it. But his plan was, all right, we'll ship them all to Haiti, and we'll have a totally lily white country, except for those Native Americans that we extinguished, and everything will be all right.
10 seconds.
All right, wait. We have another caller on the line. Caller with the last numbers 5798. You're going to be the last caller. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? Thank you for holding. What's good? Wait a minute.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm feeling like a real man should. What's up with you?
Good. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
That's good. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, you're not. And stop fucking around, or I'm gonna hang it up. Wait. Stop fucking around, or I'm hanging up on you. We already been on for 2 hours.
This is not a joke. I'm going to run for president.
You can't. You weren't born in the United States, dickhead.
I'm changing the laws with Kamala.
Yo, your accent sucks.
My accent doesn't suck. I have a cold. This is really Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right, it's getting a little better. Go ahead. Get your shit off. Fuck it.
I'm not getting this shit off. Vote for me in 2024.
You're not on the ballot.
Oh, I'm on every ballot. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the ballot. I'm talking to Kamala right now.
Say ballot again. I like the way you did that. Go ahead.
To make sure that they're going to fix everything. Food is going to be cheap. House is going to be cheap. bazooka gun's going to be cheap. Everything's going to be great.
Cool. What else?
Anyway, I don't know. What do you want?
I want one thing. I want to know one thing from you. Wait a minute, Arnie. I want to know one thing.
What?
What is your position on steroids and human growth hormone?
My position on steroids and human growth, the hormones, I only put it in my penis so it gets really big. But I don't do it with the other muscles no more. Just my penis.
Well, I've seen naked pictures of you, Arnold. You released them to the public, and I don't know. It didn't look very. You didn't look very. You didn't look very steroidal. You didn't look.
Where did you find these pictures?
Yo, you can look at them on the internet.
Well, let me look. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so muscular. But now my penis is huge. Look at the pictures. My penis is so big.
All right, cool. What else? What else, Arnie? What else?
Nothing else, really.
Okay.
I just wanted to say hi. I love your show. I think you're funny. I like your little, I like your necklace thing. You're a funny guy.
I appreciate you calling in, Arnie. You're a great guy. Don't hesitate to call in again. You were actually a breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank you. You too.
All right. Have a good night.
Ciao.
He said ciao. All right, man. And that's going to do it. 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 Listen, I want to thank y'all all for coming through tonight, man. We're about to end this thing off. We're about to Vita, I want to thank you once again for coming through. Always in the clutch. Thanks for always being a supporter. I want to thank everybody else who came through. This is what we're going to do. We got to do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 27th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Stephanie Armani, happy birthday to you. And also Janine's Refinish Home Decor, happy birthday to you. And James Price, happy birthday. And Lisa Y. Risco, or you could say Lisa E. Risco. And Oni Zay, happy birthday to you. And Chanel Jones, happy birthday. And Princess S.A., happy birthday. And my girl Malika Bruce, happy birthday. And Maurice Deserve, happy birthday. And last but not least, Dominic Wooten, happy birthday. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 27th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. Everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. Everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. I hear everywhere when I'm rolling in my city. Say, everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. Everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. Everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. They gonna talk about it when I'm rolling through my city. Everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. Everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. Everybody wanna talk about Trump and Diddy. They ain't talking about it when I'm rolling through my city. I say Trump and Diddy. and Diddy, Trump and Diddy, Trump and Diddy, Trump and Diddy. Whether you like Trump or whether you like Diddy, he's always on your mind. I said, you like Trump and Diddy, like you can't never find nothing else to talk about. You talk about them all day, and I guess this one now it has to be that way. I said, Trump and Diddy, yeah, always on your mind. I said, Trump and Diddy, nothing else to find. I said, Trump and Diddy, 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 always on your mind. Trump and Diddy, 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 All right. Somebody left me a super chat. We only had one. But I meant to acknowledge that earlier, and shit got away from me. And that's not normally what I do. And now I can't find this shit. But I want to thank you for the super chat. I really do. I want to thank you. I want to. Do me one favor, man. Please like the show, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, get the likes up. We out of here. We will be back tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. for another Urban Therapy with Sun show. This is the Daily Go Get It show. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., which is only a few hours from now, we'll be back with the Urban Therapy with Sun show. It's time for me to take off my uniform. I can take my cow bones off. Get loose a little bit. Let me take your chain off of you. For those of y'all who just came in, you didn't even know that you were dressed. I'll show you a picture of how you look. It's a good look. It's a good look, man. It's a good look. This is you. This was you. Wait a minute, hold up. This was you. Did you see that? Looking good, right? Yeah, looking good. I want y'all to have a great night. No exceptions. Have a good night. No exceptions. Yo, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. I said peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love you right back to life. Live another day, baby. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel, holla back at y'all. Peace.